We are in Skokie, Illinois, where we are with Deana Jones at the just concluded NGA Windy City Classic, right?
Yes.
What's NGA stand for?
National Gym Association.
Okay. And this was a first-time show, not for you, but...
No, this is my fourth show.
And your second in 2 weeks, does that sound right?
Yes, my second in 2 weeks. I just did the KC Classic last week, the 17th.
Okay. And
I placed in the top 5. I got 5th in open figure.
And this week you did a...
And this week in an open I got a 1st, and I was in overall. Unfortunately I didn't get my pro card this time, but I have Dr. Joe's show coming up October 8th, which I'm going to be competing in Evansville, Indiana.
So, don't you need time between these shows to just sort of take a deep breath and relax or something?
You do. I had actually off season from November until July of this year, and I started back. I stayed lean all year, within 5 pounds, started back, and had some shows lined up. Just wanted to get 3 of them out of the way in a row. But I have to tell you, the mental toll on yourself to do this is huge. You don't realize it, but it really takes a toll on the balance of your family, working out and doing all that. So the leaner you get, I think it's a competitive sport and it's not for everybody. So it's just a drive that, you know, for yourself, more self-gratifying than anything.
So you get leaner and meaner?
Meaner some days. Mostly I like to think it's not, and you can recognize that you're in the sport for yourself, and you learn something from it every time you do it, and what you can improve on.
Because you're unbalanced to begin with, right? As we
as
all are?
Unbalanced, yes. But if you find a balance in it, the sport can work, and it's wonderful. You have to find the balance, and I'm a single mom, and I work full-time, so that's kind of difficult. So I try and find the time and wake up in the morning very early before I go to work and train. But you find the balance, and for me, it comes from more inside than it does outside. People see on the outside when I get on stage, but it comes from more of the inside of what you do and what you get from it every time you do it.
Okay. Now, your outfit says?
This is Impact Fitness. They sponsor me. They're a great sponsor, and I work out there at my gym. One of the owners is Annie Kidd, and it's in Bradley, Illinois, and she's wonderful. She supports the sport. So, like I said before, the sport's not for everybody. You know, it's a dedication, and I'm a big believer in your personal life, and even in this sport, you get what you put into it. So as long as you can grow from each show, and you learn something, then you're beneficial in yourself, and you're growing as a person. So.
Now, does the light bulb come on immediately after that show and you say, you know what I learned from this? Boom, boom, boom? Or does it sometimes take a day or two?
You did, and I have to say, I just came from a show right now. My boyfriend's a personal trainer. His client just beat me overall. So a lot of the times you feel a little defeated at that point, but at the same time, you do learn. And I'm trying to find that balance of where I belong. I'm petite, I'm 5 foot, I'm 100 pounds.
You're 5 foot?
I'm 5 foot.
Is that in heels?
No, that's without heels. So I'm 5'5" with heels. But you can get squirmed sometimes because you don't have enough muscle. So you base stuff on symmetry, and you just try and find that balance of where you belong. So that's difficult, and I think sometimes you have to absorb it, and even if you don't win, everybody wants to win. But you have to take some of it and sit back and understand it, and then you get more of that, and then you take that to the next level and decide what you want to do. And then when you do that as a person you grow.
So does having a boyfriend who's a trainer, is that good, bad, indifferent?
It's good. He's taught me different techniques. Myself, I put my headphones in and I train. He's trained me.
Does he train you?
He does train me at times when I'm getting ready for a show, and he pushes me to the next level. And some of the things that he's taught me, I hear him like on my shoulder telling me, go to the next thing, you don't know who's going to show up. So I try to keep that in the back of my mind when I'm training. So it has helped because we're both into the sport, and we travel a lot, and we go to different venues and different shows in different states. So I learn a lot by looking at different physiques and what organizations are looking for. So I think it's just learning. You can never learn enough about the sport.
So after the show in Indiana, then it's time to relax and
Then
enjoy.
it's time for off season. I get more carbs. I get enough carbs already. I'm with Dr. Joe. If a lot of people don't know him, it's Team Klaczynski. He's wonderful. You have carbs. It's a healthy way of eating and living. But I just get more of it, and I'll be able to enjoy myself with having a glass of wine and finding more of a balance where it doesn't get as strict and getting lean to get ready for a show. So
I keep looking for that all-carb diet, you know, donuts, pizza.
You know, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But for me, at 5 foot, when I'm off season, people wouldn't believe it. I have 175 carbs, and sometimes my high carb day is 225. So carbs are our friend. I drink water all day during a show, and you just stay lean and you stay healthy all year long, and that's what you do.
But if you put on 15 pounds, it's more noticeable.
No, 15 pounds is a lot harder. So, you know, you're 5 pounds or 6 pounds away. It's a lifestyle. You have your food work for you, and when you consider this a lifestyle and that's what you do, it's beneficial for your body. You know, it's a good thing. It's just the mental part of it, of trying to get ready, and the competitive side that ends up consuming you.
I keep hoping by hanging around all you people who are in good shape that by osmosis somehow it'll kick in and I'll end up being in shape, but I don't think it works that way.
Well, you know what? I think for everybody it's individual. I always try to stay in shape, but never did I ever go to lifting weights. And unfortunately, I went through something in my life that changed that, and I started doing it, and I enjoyed it. And I started seeing the transformation with my body. I felt better, my body didn't ache, I wasn't as tired. And I think it's not a sport for everybody. But I think when you go into it with open eyes and you learn something from it every time in each show, that's how you grow mostly, and you learn.
Excellent.
You know, and you meet very unique people, and you learn, and it's just about helping people and finding out the stories and meeting new friends. And people are humble and real, and it's not, people don't look at the outside of you, they look more on the inside because they know what it takes to get there. You have a mutual respect for each other.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time. Continued success.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to your next show.
Yes.